Hello, get ready for another review of Brea Season 3 Episode 2, Don't Look Up. The previous episode of Brea Season 3 featured Lucas as the group's newly elected leader. He was anxious about his pregnant partner, Veronica, with whom he planned to raise their child in this year of 10,000 BC. Meanwhile, Riley was hurt by a T-Rex, and Josh decided to transport her to a future timeline to receive medical treatment. Gavin had images of himself working for a lady named Maya Smith, the head of a military organization. Gavin and Levy decided to find Petra and learn more about his mother, but they were captured by members of that military organization. While Josh chose to fly forward in time, Ty attempted to stop him, but he was also sent through the portal and wound up in the 2021 timeline, a few days before the sinkhole occurred. What made Brea such a spectacular series was its journey into 10,000 BC, via a giant sinkhole that swallowed a portion of Los Angeles. But what makes the third and final season so exciting is its return to the present. Specifically, Ty returned to Los Angeles in 2021 just 2 weeks before the sinkholes open as his opportunity to change course. But he tries to figure out how he will accomplish the task before realizing he must turn to the only few individuals he trusts who have a stake in the outcome. The first person he tries to persuade by proving that he is from both the future and the past is Sam, but as the Sam trapped in the prehistoric ages explains, he was a different man before spending time in 10 Kelvin BC. A stubborn one who didn't listen when it mattered, and thus Ty's encounter with Sam is far more hostile than one might have expected. Sam refuses to believe anything Ty tells him, comparing him to a nutjob stalker, and I can't say I blame Sam regardless of how cynical he was at the time. And I completely understand why convincing Sam of the prehistoric to do anything is easier now that he's seen some unexplainable things. Until he has a conversation with Riley about dropping out and realizes Ty might be telling the truth. He then seeks out Maya, whom Ty believes is the key to assisting them all, and realizes that Ty was correct about her working on a top-secret project based at the Brea Air Force Base, so he offers to help. The next step is to call in someone who knows Maya best, Gavin, but first they must bail him out of jail. We've seen Ty collaborate with Sam and Gavin previously, but this is new territory. Gavin, like Sam, is a far cry from the person we knew 10,000 years ago, but it's the best he has for now. Part of me was shocked that he even found them in this timeline given that they are locked in the ancient eras, but since this timeline exists before those events, it's feasible, as is the fact that there is most likely a pre-10 Kelvin BC Ty here. Why didn't he search it out himself? Do the time travel regulations, which state that you cannot meet yourself in 2 time periods, apply? Will they find Rebecca Aldridge as well, or has that ship sailed while we focus on the new military base? Will they find Levy to assist as well? What will these 3 great minds come up with to effectively save themselves and everyone they care about? There is still no news on where Veronica and Josh ended up. I'm hoping they appear in 2021 at some point because it would make Ty appear a lot more legitimate. But wherever they are, I hope Veronica receives the appropriate medical attention. I was hoping for some sort of update on their location, which is proving difficult with a group that isn't particularly fond of outsiders. When those watching the post start dropping like flies, the blame game begins, with fingers wagging at Lucas people. And while the refugees know there isn't a killer amongst them, it's difficult to prove, especially when Sam and Gavin are acting out and bickering with one another. When they are thrown into the village jail, it's evident that everyone has to shape up and get it together if they are going to live. Sam and Gavin are both acting out of grief because they have lost loved ones and are unable to obtain any information about their whereabouts or what happened to them. However, there is strength in numbers, and Sam is far better off helping Gavin than venturing out into the unknown alone. Thank you for watching.